So problem number 1 asks us to complete the square to solve the following quadratic equation. So I've got x squared plus 14x plus 48 equals 0. Okay? So now to complete the square, whenever we want to complete the square, the first thing we do is take that constant and move it over to the other side. Okay? So I'm going to take the 48, which is positive, and just simply move it over to the other side of the equal sign. So I'm going to have x squared plus 14x, and then remember to move this to the other side, I subtract 48 from both sides. So this is minus 48 minus 48, and so I get a negative 48 over here on the other side. Now what I want to do this properly, whatever my b term is, I'm going to take that 14, divide it by 2, and then square it. That's going to be that term there. And then whatever I do on one side of the equal sign, I have to do on the other. Right? What's 14 divided by 2, by the way? 7. What's 7 squared? 49. So now what that does is, my next line, this is actually x squared plus 14x plus 49 is equal to, and then if I have 49 over here minus 48, what am I left with? 1. Now this equation, or expression I should say, is a perfect square. What is 14 divided by 2? 7. So if I take x plus 7 times x plus 7, I'll get x squared plus 7x plus 7x plus 49. When I combine like terms, don't I get x squared plus 14x plus 49? So all this stuff on the left hand side is the same as x plus 7 squared is equal to 1. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So now, how do I get, what's my next step? Can I just subtract the 7? No, because I'm raising it to the second power, right? So the issue is, because my goal is to get x by itself. And I've got to get rid of that 2. So what's the inverse mathematical operation for squaring? Square root. So I'm going to take the square root of this side, and remember, whatever I do on one side of the equation, I have to do on the other. Now when you square root a square, what are you left with? The base. All this stuff on the inside. So the base is just x plus 7. What is the square root of 1? Plus or minus 1. Whenever we take the square root, there are 2 solutions, the positive and the negative. So then what I have is I have x, if I minus 7 from both sides, I have x minus 7 plus or minus 1. I could split that up and say x minus 7, x is equal to negative 7 plus 1, which is going to be negative 6, or I could say x is equal to negative 7 minus 1, which is equal to negative 8. Was that one of our choices? Let's see. Yep, choice number C right here. You guys see it? Any questions?
Was this on our test?
Huh?
Was this like on our test?
Yeah, I think a version of that was. I think that it might have changed the number.